Hey there, folks. Welcome back to another episode of our podcast, Deliverability Dialogues.
Great to be back.
We're diving deep today into something pretty specific, but really useful if you're serious about getting emails delivered.
Mm-hmm.
We're unpacking the Gmail complaint feedback loop, the FBL, based on the source material you shared.
Yeah, the Google FBL. It's an interesting one.
So this deep dive is all about figuring out what it actually is. According to the sources, it's a Google Postmaster tool.
Right. And it gives you aggregate data, high-level reputation stats.
High level being the key word there.
Yeah.
It seems specifically designed to flag campaigns with really high spam report rates.
Exactly. Extremely high. And that's crucial. It's not granular. The source is very clear on that.
So no help identifying specific people complaining
Hmm.
for unsubscribes.
Nope. Won't do that. And it won't pinpoint like one specific email sent either.
Okay. And it's also not for everyone. There's a threshold.
Yeah, a volume and complaint threshold. Google doesn't actually publish what it is, but you need enough traffic, enough complaints for data to even show up. So lower volume senders might not see anything.
Got it. Okay. So our mission then, based on this source, is to understand how you actually set it up.
Mm-hmm. The practical steps.
And why, even with those limits, it's still seen as valuable, especially if you're sending, a lot of email.
Absolutely. It definitely has its place. The source lays out the process pretty clearly.
Okay, so where do we start? Pre-checks first.
Yeah, before you even touch Postmaster tools, the source hammers this home. Get your foundation sorted.
Meaning SPF, the AKM.
And reverse DNS. They need to be correctly set up and validated for your domains. Basic but essential.
Right, standard best practices, once that's solid.
Then you head over to Gmail Postmaster tools and sign up.
And there's that usual domain validation step, like adding a DNS record.
Yep, the source mentions typically adding a TXT record, standard procedure to prove you own the domain.
Okay, domain validated. What's the next critical bit for the FBL?
Right, so just validating the domain isn't enough for FBL data. You have to add a special header to your outgoing emails.
Ah, the feedback ID header. The source gave a specific format for that, didn't it?
It did. It's feedback ID, ABC sender ID.
ABC sender ID, what do those bits mean?
So the sender ID is the crucial one. It's mandatory.
Mandatory. And unique to you.
Yes, unique and consistent. The source really emphasizes this. If that sender ID is missing, you simply get no FBL data. Period.
Wow, okay. And it needs to be, what, 5 to 15 characters?
Exactly. 5 to 15 characters, unique to you, used across all your mail.
And the ABC parts. Optional extra.
Correct. Optional identifiers. You can use up to 3.
What kind of things would you track there?
Well, the source suggests things like campaign names, maybe campaign IDs, list segments, mail types like transactional versus promo, or even customer types, things that help you slice the data.
Okay, and the data you get back is aggregated based on each of those identifiers separately.
Precisely. That's the power of it, even though it's aggregate. You don't just see my domain has a problem. You might see my promo campaigns to segment X have a high complaint rate.
That makes sense. It lets you narrow down the problem areas even without individual data points.
Exactly. It points you to the type of mail or the audience segment that's causing issues.
And the source mentions you'll need to check with your ESP or SMTP provider for how to actually add this header.
Yeah, the specific implementation details vary depending on the platform you use.
Okay, so bring it all together. Why bother? What's the real strategic value here, according to the source?
It's really about identifying those high complaint campaigns or segments, seeing patterns.
So you can improve things.
Yeah, improve your sending practices. Maybe the content's off, maybe the targeting needs work. It helps you maintain a healthy sender reputation, which is obviously crucial for deliverability.
Right, it sounds like a way to proactively spot bigger issues.
Totally.
So here's a thought to leave folks with, based purely on what the source says about aggregation per identifier and that volume threshold. Consider how getting that aggregate data knowing, say, campaign X or segment Y, is the problem shapes your actions.
It's different from getting a list of names.
Right. The FBL tells you which bucket is leaking, prompting a strategic look at that whole bucket, rather than just patching the individual holes by unsubscribing specific people. How does that focus on the category, rather than the individual change your approach?
That's it.
Thanks for tuning in. Till next time, happy inbox allying.